everybody, it's Tim Wilson UK here, and welcome back to another episode in the series, the new series, The Golf Club. Just want to say a quick shout out to all those people that have left comments with some feedback relating to this new series and saying thanks for putting up new videos. I appreciate it, and I will continue to put up new videos. Couple of special shout outs to Jerry. Jerry is one of the guys I used to play Tiger Woods PGA Tour on the Xbox 360 with, and he always watches my videos and he's always been a follower of mine, so big shout out to Jerry. Thanks very much for the comment. Also, Run Out TV Gaming left a comment on my channel after watching the video, and also included me as he gave me a big shout out on his channel. He actually covers different people doing different things on YouTube, and specifically mentioned me in the video as one of the 5 that he was covering in that video. So big shout out, big thank you for that. So check out his channel, it's actually really interesting. Gives you a lot of different insights into diverse channels, what different people do, not only sports, but he's particularly revolves around sports, but there are other things involved in that channel as well. And Jim Gem, played a couple of rounds with Jim Gem in the first series of the Golf Club, and he actually recommended that I try a course with the new theme, which I think is Boreal, the theme. So he actually said that there was a course called Pinehurst No. 2, and I believe that that is that type of theme. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump straight into a round here. I'm going to look at the messages, because that will probably help me find a course that's got that theme. So haven't played the Oaks at Westchester, so I've got to try that one. Coyote Canyon Tour Edition, haven't tried that one. Once again, the Oaks, the Shore, Ponderosa Lakes. Now I'm not entirely sure whether I can see from this screen what the course is, but I'm going to carry on going until I can potentially see that one that Jim mentioned. That looks, I'm not sure whether that's a desert course or not. Ascension Bay, Alderside Golf Club, Bavaro Golf Club. That looks like the new theme, Flathead County Golf Club. That's the one I played the other day. Augusta National 2014. Wow, I wonder if that one's any good. I'll have to give that one a go. Pinehurst 2. So this is the one that Jim mentioned. Pinehurst No. 2 blue tees. Now, is there one with different tees? Let's have a look. In fact, the best way to do this, let's go play around. Let's see if we can find it. Let's just put Pinehurst in here. Here we go. So Pinehurst No. 2 2014 US Open course. And this looks like it has been created by, if I'm not mistaken, CSU. But let's have a quick look, because that looks like his logo. Wait for it to load up. Taking its time. Ah, that's not. It's the CLV 24, so apologies to him. Thought it was somebody else, but I'm going to crack on with this. It's actually medium, and the Blue Tees one is hard, but I'm going to go with this one because this one's got more plays on it. I know it's got a lower rating, but let's crack on into this round. And this should be the new theme, so I'm going to give this a go. I'm not entirely sure what this new theme is. Boreal. I think it may be a sort of, if it's Pinehurst, it may be a mixture between like a desert course or a desert theme and a parkland. So it's very sandy ground, but a fair amount of trees as well. Yeah, so that's quite a good representation of the first hole at Pinehurst, because it is flanked by bunkers left and right. So once again, I'm going to be watching these flyovers just to give you guys a good insight into this. Yeah, those bunkers with the grass in them is very Pinehurst. So really, really good first hole here. And this was featured in Tiger Woods PGA Tour 14, so I've got a good idea of what this should look like. It's giving me a 3-iron. Let's bring this over a little bit. Right, and I'm hoping for a better round today than I had the other day, because I only managed to shoot an even round in my first video in this series, which was disappointing to say the least. Let's see if we can get this close. The thing that let me down the other day was the putting. I think I pulled that. Yeah. Greens are nice and soft. Right, tough putt to start with. Right, got to pick up a par on the first hole. A really nice opening hole. Right, let's have a look at this flyover. Yeah, so there's a lot of, still a lot of trees, which is very parklands, but it's very, very sandy. This is a long hole, so I'm not entirely sure. This could be, I think the second at Pinehurst is a 5, so let's have a look. That's par 4, long par 4 though, 500 yards. So it's going to leave me still 220 to the flag. 227 to the flag, wind behind, downhill. I'm hoping this 3-iron is going to be enough. Come back in. Let's get over the bunkers. Now I need a bounce. That'll do. Got a fair amount of roll on that one. 237 all said and done. Right, this looks fairly flat. Moving down here, not an awful lot. It's massively downhill though, so I don't want to overshoot this. Turn a bit. Oh my god, it's still running past. It's still going to give me another 10 feet coming back. Alright, par. Tough hole that one is. Really difficult coming into the green with a long iron or a wood. Getting it to stop, especially when the pin's in the middle or the front of the green. So we got a par 4. Didn't see the flyover, I apologise. Another long par 4, slightly doglegging to the right, but not an awful lot. That bunker could come into play. It's okay, middle of the fairway. Really good, accurate representation of this course so far, really impressed with us. Right, 95 yards, so we've got 88 yards to play. Into the wind. Right, that'll do. Need to be a little straighter, it's pin high. First birdie of the day. Nice. Right, so we're off to a better start than we were on the last round that we played in the series. Once again, forgot to show you the flyover. What do we got here? Another long par 4, 495, pretty straight. As you can see from this overhead shot, awful lot of sand on this course. And that wind's going to bring that back in very slightly. Smack bang in the middle of the green. Yeah, smack bang slightly towards the front. Got the wind into my face. It's uphill. It's going to be a tough shot. Bite. Bite. Nicely. That's going to be about 10 feet uphill by the looks of it, yeah. Right, so we've got this for back-to-back birdies. Yes, that's nice. Alright, 2 pars, 2 birdies through 4. Off to a better start here. Alright, so let's have a look at this flyover. Really like the effect that he's got going there with the grass in the bunkers. That's very Pinehurst. Narrow start to this fairway, opens up, bunker in the left could come into play on the drive off the tee. And I would imagine this is going to be the first of the par 5s because this is a long hole. Yeah, 579. Wind 7 off the left. That bunker's going to come into play. We're going to aim right down the side of that tree, I think. There we go. That's going to push it into the middle of the fairway. And there's the reds. So that's the ladies' tee on the right-hand side there. So I haven't even managed to get it past the ladies' tee. Still got 284 to the flag. Now, my thinking here is can't reach the flag because the longest club I can take here is a 3-wood 285, still 30 yards shy, so I think I'm going to do the smart thing here and lay up, put myself in a good position, provided I can get a decent shot. That's going to leave me around about 60-70 yards. There we go, 70 yards. Pitching wedge. Pitch shot. Now I'm not going to play a pitch shot, I'm going to play a normal shot with a lob wedge. Let's put some elevation on this. Let's see if we can get this close. I need to hit it straight. Quite 100%, but it could be okay. Come back now. Bite and spin. That'll do. It's going to be about 20 feet, I think, that putt. 10 feet. Right, so let's see if we can get another birdie. No. I don't know whether I pushed that. That line looked fairly straight. Let's knock this in for par. Move on. Nice long hole, like that one, forces you to lay up. Mind you, if you had wind behind, I think you'd probably go for that one, but it is flanked by those bunkers left and right, so it looks like we've got a par 3 here on this flyover. Looks like, I'm guessing, I don't know the distance, but I'm guessing that's about 180 odd yards by the flyover. Let's have a look. 220, long par 3. Mind you, we are playing US Open tees here by the looks of it. So, wind behind, 217, downhill. Let's take a little bit off this, see if we can get it to stop. Okay. We're away. Now it needs to bite. Stop now. Stop. Stop. Okay, that little bit we put on there actually stopped that, otherwise I think that would have been off the back of the green. Let's 13 feet, so it's not too bad. A little bit of left to right. Oh, I'm glad it hit the hole, otherwise I think I would have been miles past it. It's travelling at quite a speed. Right, in for par. The good news through 6 holes is that I haven't dropped a shot yet, so the scorecard looks nice with no red. Let's have a look at this one. He really has done a cracking job of those bunkers on the right hand side there. And throughout the course. Completely, because there is a shocking amount of bunkers on this course. I think that's what makes it so tough. Let's pull this out a little bit to the left just to allow that wind. And that wind did nothing, so that's going to make the second shot really long. 424, hit it 280, almost 290 yards, so not too bad here. 132 into the 129 into the green, 132 9 iron, wind behind, so let's drop that down. Let's see if this wind pushes that in. We've got a pitching wedge here. And for those of you that want to know how I play, I don't use any sort of... I use the calculation obviously for the elevations on the shots, but I don't have any paper or charts or anything. That I know that they're available on the HP Studios on the golf club forum, but I don't use any charts to work out the clubs. I do it all by feel. So for those of you that are interested to know, which gives me more of a, I suppose, more of a golfing experience as opposed to just golf by numbers, which is, you know, when you've got the chart. I know it helps, and I know it helps to work out. And I sort of know now that when you've got a pitching wedge in your hand, it's 120 yards. If you drop it down to 85%, it's around about 100 yards. So I know those kind of things. But alright, so 3 birdies, 4 pars, through 7 holes, 500 yard par 4. So let's have a look at this flyover. Alright, so I would imagine first shot we're going to be driving over those bunkers. Looks like it's an uphill hole. Fairly narrow fairway. Green smack bang. It's a fairly straight away hole, this. Pin placement back right-ish. But it looks like there's a slight plateau there on the right hand side, so we need to make sure we get up there. Straight, otherwise we're going to be in bother for the second, because this is a long par 4, so we need a good lie, so we need a fairway here. That'll do. It's going to leave me 240 to the flag, into the wind. Yeah, 240, 237 into the wind. Wow. Alright, I'm going to have to take a 3-wood here. It's an 8-mile-an-hour wind. It's still going to be short, but the roll should take it up almost to the flag. And I'll take that. I'll take that any day of the week. Right, uphill putts. Not moving an awful lot. Turn. Oh, just shy. Okay, another par. Alright, par 3. I can't remember whether there's any water on this Pinehurst course. I haven't seen any yet. And I must admit, this is the first course that I've played, and I don't know whether that's actually in the game as yet. I know that they were going to change the horizons, but the horizon on this is pretty good because you can't see much beyond the golf course, so there's no massive mountains in the background. which is really, really good, and that's one of the things that I was hoping that they were going to put into the game, was the changing horizon. Alright, so this hole, 7 mile an hour from the right, 171, almost 173 with the elevation, so that 170 club, that 6 lines, is going to be spot on. I think that wind is going to push it further left than I wanted it to. No, it's going to be spot on. Needs to bite. That'll do. It's going to give me about 10-11 feet downhill. Yes, another birdie. Alright, par 3s have done alright. Oh, I was going to say par 3s have done alright. So everything so far has been birdies on the par 4s, which is unusual. Mind you, I think we've only had one par 5. Sorry, I have skipped past the flyover. It looks like a fairly straightaway par 5. Long one again, 604 yards. Slight dog leg on the second shot. So it's not going to influence this one at all, but I need to be on the right hand side. So let's have a look at this shot here. Let's see what we've got. Just give me a second. There we go. Right, just sorting out my son's charger for his DS, which was in complete knots. Right, so we've got 332 to the flag. I think I can take 3 wood here. Got a nice enough lie on the fairway. Need to be able to carry that bunker though. This is the tough bit here, into the wind. You know what? I'm not gonna take the chance. I'm gonna go to the right here. That wind's gonna slow this down a little bit, as long as I don't run out of fairway. Yeah, I think I would have been in bother if I'd have tried to go over that bunker. Alright, exactly 100 feet. Got a sand wedge in our hands. I need some more than that. It's 8 mile an hour wind. Push this up a little bit. It's about 103 yards, but it's into the wind. Alright, let's go. Either club, get up there. That'll do. I'll take that. This should be a birdie. Ooh, mind you, there's a lot of movement on the right. Nice. Alright. Through 10, 5 under par. Much better than the first round I played. I shouldn't let the fly over. I apologise, guys, I really do. I'm so used to just blitzing through, I completely forget about the flyovers. What do we got here? Another long... There's some massive par 4s on this course. 484 yards, which means that the second shot is going to be around 200 yards, which makes the hole really, really tough. Yeah, so there we go. 210 yards still to carry to the flag, uphill. Slightly wind coming in from the right. Let's take a little bit off this. Right of the flag here, yeah. I don't think that's going to hold the green. No, it's not. Bugger. I think that's the first green I've missed in regulation. I'll have to go back and have a look at that, but I think it is the first one I've missed in regulation. Let's see if I can get this close. Not as close as I wanted it to. If I don't get this, it's going to be the first drop shot. Ah! Alright, so I've dropped my first shot. So that's shows the importance of hitting the greens. If you don't hit the green, you don't get the recovery shot close enough, then it means that you've got a tough putt for a par. Damn it, I'm annoyed with that. Right, so another long par 4, I think. Mind you, it's not too bad. Really impressed with this course. It's a fantastic representation of Pinehurst. 482, another long one, so that means it's still going to have another 200-yard shot into the green. It is downhill, which is its only saving grace. There we go, 290, so that means I'm still going to have just shy of 200 yards. Yeah, 170. Why is it sticking out here? 171. Take a little bit off for that. Quite a bit of wind, so let's stick it over there and hope that wind brings that back. I think I took too much off it. I'm on the putting surface though, which is the main thing. That's going to leave me a long putt though. Yeah, 23 feet downhill and right to left. It's downhill I'm more worried about. That 6 inches is going to make it roll. Oh my god, that's going to leave me 15 feet back to the flag now. Fairly flat, which is the only good thing about this putt. Oh no, and I've left it short. Back-to-back bogeys. It's all going pear-shaped. Oh, so good on the front nine. Back-to-back bogeys. Damn it, 6 to play. Come on, let's see if I can claw those 2 bad holes back. Alright, so we've got a driver in our hands. We've got 6 mile-an-hour wind behind. Let's see if we can punch this down the fairway. That fair old distance. That looks good. Nice and straight off the tee. Yeah, good 291, 292. These is about 100 yards to the flag, yeah. 13 feet uphill. That's about 97, wind behind. Don't spin back too much. When you want it to spin, it doesn't. When you don't want it to spin, of course, it's going to come back. Wow, a lot uphill on this one. 16 feet uphill, 5 inches. I haven't given it enough beans. So it's not going to be this hole that I'm going to claw one back. Another par 4 next. What do we got here? Like it's back down the other side of the fairway that I just played. Fairly flat, no massive worries on this hole. Just want to make sure we keep it in the short stuff up the tee. Yeah, I don't think that drive with that bunker there is not going to come into play. I'm not going to be able to hit it that far. No. 473, another long hole, so it's going to be 190 to this flag. 185 to the flag. That club should be alright. Let's have a quick look. It falls off to the left here. 180, yeah, that should be okay. That is pretty much going to be pin high. Nice, like that. 9 feet downhill. Get in. 1 recovered. Alright, so back to 4 under. 4 to play. 2 par 3s, 2 par 4s. Let's see if I can salvage something on this par 3. I think this one's about 200 yards. Elevated green. 2-tier by the looks of it. Higher in the back. So we want to be leaving it on the low side, so we're putting uphill. 202. 195. This is a tough hole because 8 mile an hour wind behind. Below the hole, it's not even going to stay on the green. That is terrible because the shot I've got next is going to be awful. Because if I go past our hole here, I'm going to be going down the hill. Right, I've got to be so careful here. Not far enough. So is all the good work on the last hole going to be undone here? Get in, please. Yes! Nice par save. Alright, 518 yard par 4 and the first sign of water on the course is the pond on the 16th. Which looks like we're going to be driving over this corner. And it is reachable in 2 at 518 yards. I'm assuming... No, it's not a par 5. So it means that you've got to reach it in 2. Wow. I've got 7 mile an hour wind behind, which is going to definitely help here. Because I need at least 300 off this drive. 297, that'll do. So that's going to leave 220 to the flag. Uphill, wind behind. So I need to punch this into that little bank in the front of the green to take some fizz off this ball. Right. Too much. Oh, that would have been almost spot on. If I'd have hit that 2 feet shorter, it would have taken all the fizz out of that ball. That's alright, that's okay. It's still going to leave me 15 feet, 10 feet, but look at the side. That's almost impossible, that is. Really tough, those side hill lies on the green. Alright, so hold station at 4 under par. No headway on the 16th. 2 holes to play. 205 yard par 3. Let's have a look at this bad boy. Right, so the only real danger here, by the looks of it, because there's lots of green to play with on the right, is if we go left. Wind into my face. Not too bad. It's downhill for 195. Take a little bit off of that. Let's put it a little bit to the right of the flag, just in case. Coming back to the left. That's no problem. Bite. Bite. That's got to be the best shot I've played today in this round. Tough little putt here, putting across shadows, but makes it interesting. Okay, we're back. We're back to 5 under. I've managed to salvage those 2 bogeys I got on in 11 and 12, recovered on 14 and 17. and we go into the 18th. Clubhouse in the distance, looking resplendent. And it looks like they've put some new objects in, because when I was building, that clubhouse did not exist, so that's pretty cool. We've got a long par 4 here, 450 yards. Wind from left to right. And get that about 270 odd yards. That means it's going to be about 180 into the flag. There we go, 180, 186. Let's pull that over a wee bit because of this wind. Right. Oh, too much. I should have taken a little bit off that. It's okay. Let's see if we've... What have we got here? We've got a fairly flat putt. Oh, birdie on the last. Nice. 6 under. So 31 out, 33 in. Gives us around a 64, 6 under par, and it puts us 4th, 1 behind John Eric and Dog's Bollocks. Oh, look at Jim, 13 under, 57, absolutely brilliant. Right, so in the top 5, in my friends anyway, and I'm gonna, the last course I gave was right sort of on the border between an 8 and a 9, and I've got to say that is a fantastic representation of Pinehurst. I'm going to give that a 9. It's just a 9, as you can see, it's just a 9, but a solid 9, so big shout out to the CLV24 for creating this and taking the time to actually get it as accurate as it has. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more and you want to be notified, hit the subscribe button in the top right hand corner, and feel free to leave any comments, and I will see you soon on the next round on the golf club. See you later, bye.